It is I, Dr. Nick. No, I'm actually host Eric, host of Talking with Famous People, and King of the World. It's 45 minutes till the game starts, but I'm really quite into the Euros right now. It's like the World Cup, basically, but with just European teams. And if you know anything about this channel, you may be aware that I have a little bit of a history with Albania. Is that Daniel Barry Sports Highlights? You are so frequently first. I am very impressed with you and your ways. You have very impressive ways, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. And Mean Bird, second. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, huh, Mean Bird? And I'm not even sure you are a mean bird. Seem like a pretty nice bird to me. So I changed my hashtag from hashtag shorts to hashtag shorts live. It occurred to me that maybe yesterday YouTube thought I was lying when I said hashtag shorts. Anyway, if you are familiar with this channel, then you know I have a bit of a history with the Albanians. I will try to find. It's me, yeah, I'm Taylor Swift. You knew I was trouble when I walked in. Spring break, look at me, I'm Taylor Swift. Good morning, William. Good morning. That's my Taylor Swift imitation. Look at me, I'm Taylor Swift. Anyhow, we got a while till Albania and Italy starts. But we can still have a good time while we're waiting. Who will win? This is my poll. Who will win? Albania or Italy? Probably the defending champion Italy will beat Albania. But I'm hoping that all of Albania comes out in their Florian Marcu hats. Their famous Albanian penis hat. Anyway, one time I was watching a boxing match that featured Albanian Florian Marcu. I think that's his name. And after the fight, which he should have won, but he was robbed by the judges, he put on this ridiculous hat that made his head look like a penis. And I said, like, what are you doing? And then the whole country of Albania disliked my video. It's crazy how much I've never had any video receive so much hate as my video making fun of Florian Marcu's hat. Apparently, it's a precious Albanian cultural symbol or something. How am I supposed to know? You know, what am I, an expert on Albania? Anyway, I'll be rooting for the Albanians today, obviously against Italy. You know what I hate about Italy? They're big cheaters. They like to fall down more than like any other team. They fall down, roll around, pretend their legs broken. It's horrible. So I'm rooting for Albania. Italy probably will pump them. I don't doubt that. But I tell you what, my money in this tournament is on Spain after watching them dismantle Croatia today. They looked fantastic. They looked better than Germany in their defeat of Scotland. And I think Croatia is a lot better team than Scotland. So I don't know. The Spanish look tough to beat. I like Croatia's uniforms best of all of the international uniforms. Their checkerboard uniforms, fantastic. I like it. I mean, sure, it's hard to not like the bright orange of the Netherlands as well. But I bet Croatia does quite well against much of the other competition, but they just looked outmatched by Spain. Oh, hey, friend. Hi, Dreamsy Smokes for Views. Well, Matthew Quinn, Portugal, I haven't seen them play yet. I don't think they've played yet. They haven't. I missed the early game. I missed the Swiss beating the Hungarians. The Swiss are always like, you know, technically proficient, but not very um, explosive. Of course, never count out the English. Don't count out the English. The English looked good at the World Cup. I have a question. What do you think? I was on a Tarot Readers channel. They were alive. And I asked if you told the females on your channel to be abstinent, would they unsubscribe? If I told the females on my who are here in the channel to be abstinent, would they unsubscribe? Probably. I mean, they'd probably want to know, why am I suddenly telling them what to do with their bodies? The only female who I tell what to do with her body is my wife, Rachel. And that's with her express consent. Do you like to hug teddy bears? Says Baldy. I do. I don't, but I'll hug a pillow sometimes when I'm in bed. Well, the reason I said that was because I hopped into one and they were all complaining about the guys that they knew having herpes, and they were all from around the general same place. Oh well, you know, I I would say that instead of suggesting they be abstinent, maybe suggest they get with guys that don't have herpes. Oh, I forgot I'm live streaming. I was typing somebody. I had a typing session earlier. She was an ISFJ. I had a typing session yesterday. During those sessions where I knew I wasn't going to publish, because yesterday it wasn't even recorded. Um, well, thanks, XO. I am smoking some reefer. I I respect various perspectives on lots of things. My position is basically that more or less everyone's wrong about something. Spain is going to win the Euros. I was just saying the same thing, Alex RA. My money currently is on Spain after watching them put the handle on Croatia. And Croatia is a good team. Croatia is not any kind of pushover, but Spain just looked a level better than they. But I would say also don't count out, obviously, Germany. Germany looking good against Scotland is less impressive than you have not seen me on browsers. I am familiar with those stepdad videos, but I have not been in any of those. Okay. And as an only child, Alex RA, uh, I'm an only child, but apparently Stepsisters are extremely naughty, from what I understand from watching some videos sometimes. Some of those videos kind of make me wish I had had a stepsister. They're always getting into trouble. People get crazy over them soccer games. So I mean, I've seen some of the clips. They do some crazy stuff. Stepmothers, yeah, I know. Stepmothers, stepsisters, they're extremely all right. They're always leaning into washing machines. I can't get out. Or dryers usually, actually. It's dryers more than washing machines. Front loading dryers. They're a real problem. Coming home after curfew, real problem. Fake sleeping, right. You know, texting a boy when they should be doing their homework, stuff like that. I'm from California, United States. Let's go look around outside while we're waiting for the soccer game to start. Might as well. This is an interesting phenomenon today. I'm getting some new faces around, which is great, and also a very small number of total people, which is kind of an odd confluence of things. Oh, woodland friends, hold on. We have to put out some sunflower seeds for the woodland friends because they're looking at me plaintively, like, where are our sunflower seeds? Then we'll go look around a little bit. So I live here near Yosemite, California. Yosemite is the national park that's famous for rock climbing. I like to make that distinction because a lot of people get confused between Yosemite and Yellowstone because they both start with Y. I live near Yosemite, not near Yellowstone. Yellowstone's the one with the geysers. Yosemite, we live up here in the Sierra Mountains, Sierra Nevada Mountains. All right, there you go, woodland friends. There you go. So the squirrel will come back down the tree now and start to eat those. Because it's like his favorite food. So anyway, you can hear the lady yelling at her kids. It's Saturday, though. I haven't heard that in a while. I used to smoke cigarettes until like a month ago. And when I did, I'd go outside all the time for cigarettes. What is this? We had a problem last night. Something, a raccoon almost for sure, tried to get into our trash cans. Rachel woke me up at 3 a.m. She's like, I'm hearing weird noises. Something successfully got into a little bit one of our trash cans in the front, even though it's kind of hard to get into them. But raccoons are pretty clever like that. My shorts could be your pants. So here I have to demonstrate to you what I like to call the world's biggest dandelions. Let's take a look. Okay. This is like a white woman's Instagram. Okay. Come on, you. Thanks, Dreamsy Smokes. I I feel this sort of lingering perpetual sadness about it. Like every time I want a cigarette, I'm just like, again, this thing needs like constant watering. It's always getting wilty. Like, I gotta water it like multiple times a day because the soil is it's clay basically. You can see it's getting wilty at the top. Of course, there's two plants right there next to each other. You quit drinking for 5 days and felt the same way? Wow. Guess that's proof positive that alcohol can't solve pain. Oh my god, I cannot believe that woman is still yelling at her kid. Sierra! It's funny, it's like she never yells anything particularly bad at her kid. Like she's not yelling abusive stuff. She's just incredibly loud all the time. It's like the only way she communicates with her children is at full volume. Get away from me, wasp. It's a wasp down there. She needs to get away. Get away, you wasp. Nobody wants a wasp. Wasps are bad. That means you're bad because you're a wasp. You're a bad wasp, and you got sub wasps. So yes, you're a bad, bad wasp. Sounds like some kind of Midwest bugs. Little dragonfly down there. It's kind of naturey. Fill this one up again and hope it gets enough water. It's really hard to give this thing enough water. Well, I wonder if I should like poke holes in the clay to make the water go down more or something. I don't know what to do about that. So now we walked around, showed you where I live while we're waiting for the game to start. There's my shed. It holds a bunch of stuff that I don't care about. I mean, it's neat stuff, but what am I? A woodworker? Not really. Do I need a woodworking table? Not really. Do I want a woodworking table? Maybe I do. But wanting it and actually wanting it are different things. You know, you think you want things, but you never really know what you want until you have it. And then you find out if you actually want it. That's how the world works. For me, anyway. This woman wants to yell Sierra more often than she currently is. Sierra! Sierra! We got some woodland friends rocking, rolling, way out of controlling. Couple of squirrels. We got some birds, but then I came and scared them away too. All right. So that's where I live, in this house with that hill, those trees and stuff. Well, I mean, it's like your baseline. If you drink all the time, from my experience, your baseline gets lower. Here I am. I get what you're saying, but as far as the baseline getting lower, what that means to me is that when I was drinking, I wake up every morning just a little sadder and worse off than I was the morning before. And so there was a worse baseline that needed to be treated with alcohol that brought me back up. But eventually, it wasn't even getting me back up to my normal zero, right? So you're not wrong that it does that, but if you're if you're meow meow, then muggity meow. I don't know. Well, my loud neighbor, they're also the neighbor that has a sign up that says trespassers will be shot. Some people around here have some strange signs. Like there are a couple houses around here that have a sign that says, "Any suspicious activity will be reported to Homeland Security." It's like we're out in the fucking woods. What could possibly be happening here that would be related to Homeland Security? I mean, I guess it's a good place to be isolated and do something nefarious, but like there's this incredibly sus looking property right around the corner here that's got a couple of converted train cars, like just train cars that don't have that have like a little smokestack at the top of them or whatever. I should take a short of it, and people will be like, "Okay, serial killer, somebody's keeping people in there, or whatever." Hey, Michael Patrick Bernier 420. Absolutely. I will smoke some bowls in honor of your reappearance here. MPB 42. That's your street name. Okay? That's your street cred name. True that. True that, Hero Lamb. I don't have any crack, fortunately enough. That's not something I want to spend my time smoking. Crack is whack, okay? It's as whack as a shack. It's as whack as a shack. It's as whack as a shackity dack. It's like they said in that movie Bob Roberts. Don't do crack. It's a ghetto drug. Muthana, hey Brit, brother. Hi Muthana. It's going fine. Just waiting for the Albania Italy game to come on. I'm rooting for Albania because Italy is the country of the biggest fakers in all of the world. If you want to see a team fall down and pretend to be hurt a lot, watch Italy play soccer. It's true. Nobody can dispute the truth of what I'm saying. I need to get a paper towel because the mouthpiece of my bong has become so resonated that I cannot smoke without getting a horrible taste in my mouth. So, how do we solve this problem? I don't like Andrew Tate. I have no affinity for the man whatsoever. I've never watched him at all. I don't really know from any personal experience anything about him. But from what I've heard regarding his groupism in general, I don't like it. I am not from Brazzers, okay? I've never made any pornography. See, look at that. How gross is that? No, I don't, or a rat. I am not lying to you so bad. I'm speaking the truth. I'm a shy intuitive. I'm not for stuff like that. Well, I'd have to look into them myself to have an actual opinion about it. I'm just saying I don't identify with him at all because I've never watched him at all and I don't know what he's all about. I've been accused of wearing a CIA mask before. I want to assure you that this is my real face. Okay? There's nothing fake about this face at all. It is not a mask. I quit smoking. Crazily enough. I quit smoking a little bit more than a month ago. Quit smoking cigarettes after smoking for decades. So, you know. Anyway, you're not supposed to smoke weed on YouTube. That's why I don't. I did replace it with a nicotine vape, but I'll probably give that up at some point. Maybe I'll switch to a vape with no nicotine in it. That's possible. I think such a thing exists. Andrew Tate says a lot of stuff that's true, but then there's that 5% that's toxic. See, that's what you don't get from me. You don't get any toxic stuff from me. I am genuinely principled in my language across the board. I'm saying things that are correct, which means I'm not guilty of any groupism. If you're guilty of bullshit, it's kind of worse if you have your bullshit hidden amongst stuff that's perfectly fine, right? I don't know if you're supposed to smoke weed and drive a car, but I do it all the time. If we leave now, the Albanians will move into our houses by the time we come back. I didn't know Albanians did that. Anyway, I'm rooting for Albania today because obviously, who would root for Italy? Nobody. Why? Because Italy, they're the biggest soccer fakers in the world. All they do is fall down and pretend to be hurt. We will note just how much that's the case when the game starts today. Now, I was looking forward to having in a separate tab to having the Oakland Athletics on. Unfortunately, that game has been postponed until tomorrow due to rain. The bad news is no A's game today. The good news is a double header tomorrow. Wow, exciting. Let's hope the rain lets up in Minnesota in time for tomorrow's double header. I wonder if you're on the baseball team, if you're on the Oakland Athletics baseball team, and you get the announcement, hey everybody, the game's been postponed due to rain. Are you happy? Like, oh cool, we have an unexpected day off. Are you sad? Like, oh, now we got to play a doubleheader tomorrow. Or are you indifferent? Figure six of one, half dozen of the other. I agree because being in a car crash is not that fun. Well, the thing is, there's a big difference between somebody who doesn't ever smoke marijuana or normally smoke marijuana, who then smokes marijuana. They get genuinely high versus, say, somebody like me who smokes weed all the time. It's much more like smoking cigarettes for me than it is like doing any kind of intoxicant. Now it's possible for me to get kind of intoxicated on it when I consume edibles, but even then, I think people overestimate the risks of driving intoxicated. Rachel's in bed. She normally gets up around 2 in the afternoon. She might even get up later today because I don't think she went to sleep till uh, fairly late in the morning this morning because we had an animal intruder last night. Namely, something, almost certainly a raccoon, was trying to get into our trash can and did get into our trash can. And Rachel came and got me up at 3 in the morning saying, there are scary noises. The difference between an elephant and an Albanian grandmother, 50 pounds and a mustache. That is a racist joke against Albanians. Doctor Who won't wear. I'm going to remove it just to be fair. All right. It's Yeah, I know. I was pretty high yesterday. I also wasn't driving anywhere. That was because I consumed edibles. I can get pretty high if I consume edibles, but not so much by just smoking weed. I mean, things may impact your reaction time, but realistically, you'll need to compare your reaction time against the mean, not against your sober reaction time to determine how much of a risk there is, right? Um, and sure, I mean, the fact is, there's a lot of things you'll hear these kind of statistics. Studies prove that driving distracted is even worse than driving drunk. What's implicit in that is it's actually not that risky, surprisingly, for most people most of the time. I drove drunk all the time. I'm not suggesting it, but I will tell you this: driving high is way less risky than driving drunk, even if you're very high. It's way less risky. So, and I don't think driving drunk is necessarily that risky. I don't think you should do it. I'm not advising it, but for somebody like me who smokes weed all the time, smoking weed and driving, there's zero correlation between difficulty and stonedness, unless again, except with the exception of edibles. And certainly there would be circumstances where I could feel too high to drive because of edibles. That's very plausible. But then I wouldn't be driving. I would take edibles and drive somewhere. And it's because alcohol is a weird drug. It's unique in its interaction with people, and that it doesn't have a half life. All right, we got just 6 minutes until the soccer game starts. Yeah, alcohol is much more risky than marijuana for sure, but I wished phones didn't work in vehicles. Drove 15 miles screaming my ass off back in the day. Friend said I could stay the night, and then for some reason I couldn't. Yeah, 5 minutes. It's called soccer, Dr. Hula, where it's called soccer. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they drive extra careful because they don't want to get pulled over or whatever. I probably have driven. I've driven on all kinds of things, but I think of all the things I've driven on, probably alcohol is the most dangerous. So maybe like Dilaudid or something. Well, they've got their arms around each other. They're singing the Albanian national anthem. There are there's a line of German children in front of them whose job it is to, I don't know, be children or something. Why do we have these children here? Nobody knows why they have all those children there, but they do. Does anybody know why? Is there anybody here who can tell me why they have all of these children lined up in front of the soccer players? Why do they all come in holding the hand of children? What's going on here? Why do they do this? I'm not advising an atomic elf, all right? I'm not. Believe me. Alex, all right, will you stop saying the same thing? It's boring. I look like that Edgar character in MIB that never got his sugar water. Well, I'm not exactly sure who that is. They want the children to feel special. I guess they're all lined up. There's this little girl. She's like looking at the camera, like, here I am. I'm not condoning. I am absolutely not condoning impaired driving. All right. And I absolutely understand that one should not drive impaired. At the same time, I think we should recognize that it's more nuanced than simply that binary. That for some people who smoke marijuana, for example, it does not represent impaired driving under at least some circumstances. So that's all I'm saying. Okay. And that even if something is sort of categorically bad, we can acknowledge that it's not necessarily a great idea to stone somebody just because they've done something bad, right? That he who is without sin cast the first stone. I'm making myself some more coffee. Oh, yeah. Okay, Mal. Okay, Mal. You want to go outside or what? All right, let me go back in here so I can see what the chat's saying. I can't really see it on my phone without my glasses. Why? Because I'm old as a million years. That's why. Oh, I see. Normally the kids of the people that are associated with the club, at least here in Spain. Yeah, well, I guess it just seems strange because you don't normally see that in any sports in America. This whole, like, let's all walk out with children. No, it's so small. I have a small phone. I purposely got a small phone because I prefer smallness of phone over easiness of seeing. I got this folding phone so I can just fold it into a square and put it right in my pocket. Anyway, the soccer game's about to start, and I'm very excited about that because while I love football, which is to say American football, that doesn't happen for months. And what I love, maybe more than anything, are international soccer tournaments like the World Cup or the Euros. There's something super exciting about them. I like the Women's World Cup. I like the Men's World Cup. I like this Euro thing. I don't normally watch like Copa Americano, The Europeans are, that's where the soccer really is at. Although you can't dismiss the Argentinians or the Brazilians, obviously the Colombians, even the Uruguayans, etc. Here we go. The closest thing is ball boys. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. I saw a really cute story. Oh my God, already Albania has scored. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Albania has scored in the first 30 seconds of the game. It's 1-0 Albania. What in the world has just happened? The Albanian fans are freaking out. The players are all over there next to their Albanian fans, and all of the Albanian fans are jumping up and down. Italy tried to back pass it to a defender in front of their own goal, and it got intercepted by the Albanian guy, and he just shot it right into the goal. Cats are sleeping with dogs. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Well said, Doctor Who, what, when, where, why, how, if, whether. Wow, the Italians are looking stunned and dismayed. Like, what in the world just happened? You look and sound more like a hillbilly when you get excited. Well, thanks, or rat tang fun full rat. Italy now with possession of the ball. They're moving into the Albanian end of the field. And they're looking for blood, I can assure you. After that shocking beginning of the game. Wow, Italy gets a shot on goal, like right away, gets a good shot on goal. Italy is not looking like they're deterred by their initial misfortune. Wow. Wow. It wasn't really on goal, but it was almost on goal. It just went over off to the right side of it. Now Albania with possession. They're trying to clear it out of their own end, but something happened. And the Italians, no, the Albanians, they have to do it over for some reason. I don't know why. So the Albanians are looking just delighted about this whole turn of events. And the yellow clad goalkeeper kicks it out. The ball gets to the Albanian guy, but what happens, of course? Albanian guy fouls. Italy guy falls down like a piece of glass. Happy Pride Month, everybody. For anyone that needs it, you are loved, seen, and valid in your identity. Out of the closet or not, be proud to be you. I agree with what Butter Me Pancake says completely. I second that emotion. I second that notion. The song says I second that emotion. I second that notion. I am 100% in support of what you just said. So, in fact, my wife and I, even though she's a woman, we identify as a gay couple. Because, we do gay couple stuff like berry picking and shit. The Albanians haven't been this happy since the Diseased Bear Festival last August. Doctor Who, will you stop being racist against Albanians? Albania clears the ball. Italy is, more or less maintaining possession so far, but it's pretty even actually. Okay, fall down, Mr. Italy. Somebody touched you. A breeze touched the back of your jersey. Oh my God. Nobody falls down as easily as the Italians. They are they have the worst balance of any people on earth. Brew bark loud, brew bark loud, bark, 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 brew bark loud. I don't want to bark loud. Italy, once again, in the Albanian end of the field, kicking the ball up, it gets blocked. So for those of you who think, well, obviously Italy's going to win this game, well, you haven't been paying attention. Albania is currently up 1-0 with just barely not even 30 seconds into the game, they scored. That's how fast the Albanian goal came. If you did not start at the beginning of this game, you missed it. You thought you could get here a minute or two late. You were wrong. Thanks, Red Moon. I appreciate your forgiveness. You're a lot like Jesus. Italy's like, get out of here, Albania. I can't even believe you guys scored on us. We're going to try to score now. And they got a shot. They made the goalkeeper leave his feet to try to block it, but then it was blocked in between by a different player. I believe in science. I believe in science. Scientific method is all right, science. I'm 53 years old, Alex. I'm 53 years old. Italy's in offense in Albania town. Italy right now has the ball. Offsides. Yeah. Italy thought they were going to have a good chance of scoring a goal, but they got trapped in an offsides position by the sturdy Albanian defensive line. Well, thanks, Red Moon. Maybe I am a good singer. But right now, I'm a good soccer fan, and I'm enjoying watching Albania, shockingly, cling to a 1-0 lead over Italy. The fighting going back and forth across the midfield finally leads to some Albanian possession in the Italian half of the field, and in fact earns them a corner kick. So Albania is going to get a chance to kick the ball from the corner. Sturdy is not another word for short. Italy will eat them, says Drown Lulls. I think you might be correct. But right now, Albania is winning the game 1-0. Good luck, but I don't think Albania will make it, says Red Moon. I don't really think Albania is going to make it either. But no, we're not watching football. We're watching soccer, Zane. Soccer. It's the European soccer tournament. And it involves countries like Albania and Italy, Germany, Scotland was playing yesterday. Who else has been playing? Switzerland and Hungary and Spain and Croatia. It's called the European Soccer Tournament. And one of the things that I like about it is it's like the World Cup in terms of its structure, but it's just the European teams. So it's kind of like just eliminate Argentina and Brazil and the opening rounds, and then just have the rest of the tournament, basically. Because that's how it always turns out anyway. The Europeans are the best at soccer. I haven't seen England play yet in this tournament. I don't think they've played yet because it's just the second day of it. But they're usually good. Switzerland, I didn't get to watch their game, but I do know that Switzerland beat Hungary 3-1 in the early game today. I wasn't up in time for that. UEFA. What I think's funny is UEFA's Euro 2024, they don't allow sponsored stadium names. So they have to call all the stadiums things like the Munich Soccer Stadium. Oh, Italy! Italy ties it up. Mr. Bastoni off the set piece kicks the corner kick into the middle of the field. Somebody does, and Mr. Bastoni puts it into the goal for a 1-1 tie. And this Italian lady is saying, "Yes, I love it so much." Pow! He heads it right in. It went across the face of goal, up high kind of, right to the head of number 23, who headed it across the goalie, who passed his outstretched hand and into the back of the net for an Italian goal. A lovely Italian goal, frankly, let's be honest. Brilliant stuff there by Bertoni. Wonderful goal. If I were a British soccer announcer, that's how I'd talk about it. Here's how you know it's called soccer. If it's not called soccer, what kind of ball do they play with? So, with the score tied 1-1 now, I think Albania's chances of winning this game have just plummeted dramatically. A. Bastoni has 2 goals in 24 international appearances. He's number 23. And he plays for the country of Italy, land of spaghetti. So I'm enjoying Jeremiah Fix. We're correcting that today. This whole ridiculous notion that this sport is called football. It's obviously soccer. So anyway, Albania, they've been deflated a little bit. Here's a riddle for you. You are a poo, smiling poo. Okay, what's the riddle? It seems more like a statement than a riddle. I am a poo. I am a smiling poo poo. But that's not a riddle. Sorry to tell you. It's just an accurate statement. Albanian. Okay, I'm not reading any more of your Albanian racism. You are a duck mushroom sandwich? You're so you are the rightest person around, Casey Jones. You and Juge. Hi, Gaines Music. Welcome to the Albania Italy watch party. Currently, the countries of Albania and Italy are tied with a score of 1 goal apiece, playing in the football stadium of Europe, aka the German soccer stadium. This Euro championship is being played in Germany, sometimes called Germany. And Germany is a country that's kind of in the middle, so it's a good place to have it. It seems like there's maybe more Albanian fans than Italian fans, surprisingly. No, I love international soccer tournaments. I don't really watch any other soccer, but like World Cup, this Euro championship, which is structured the same way as the World Cup, it just has just the European soccer teams in it. This is like the best of the non-World Cup soccer events. This is exciting stuff because you're getting pretty much the best teams when you just get the European teams. You're just missing Brazil and Argentina basically. Otherwise, you have all the best teams. So why even bother with the rest of the world? Certainly, we don't need America in this tournament. If it were women's soccer, you'd need America in this tournament to make it interesting. But no, I can still watch the women's Euros, I think. Oh, Italy. Oh, coming across. Oh no. Oh, jeez, I thought it was gonna be an own goal. Wow. That Croatian defender. He took a chance on that when he kicked that ball. I thought he might miss and that it would fall into his own goal, but he was better than that. And he kicked it out, and now DiMarco's back and he throws it in. Italy looks like the better squad here. I will tell you that much. They're kicking the ball around, blue jersey to blue jersey, right? Wow, right amidst the heart of the Albanian defense with little in terms of resistance. And here it comes, the second Italian goal. Italy looking sharp, taking the 2-1 advantage. Wow. Okay. William, why are we having Albanian Racism Day? Why? I'm going to remove this one too. We got it not just from Doctor Who aware, but also from William. My goodness. Yes, it is, Casey Jones. Good question. You know, I am, thank you, the hire. Thank you so much. I am so glad to finally be worthy of your pride. Nothing could make me happier. John Belushi. Who is John Belushi? Well, the Albanians aren't looking so happy any longer. They're saying, hey, that wasn't cool. We were ahead, now we're behind. It's not even 20 minutes into the first half. What the hell's going on here? The check is over. They did score the goal. It was legitimate. That's John Belushi. Thanks. I love having my facetiousness appreciated. Don't you think wouldn't it be better if facetiousness was something like facetiosity? Facetiousfinalia? Uh-oh, Italy's threatening again. That's not going to get them anything, though. They got a goal kick now. If you eat the banana by first licking the whole thing, well, it's not the straightest way to eat a banana. You're just like, how many licks will it take me to get to the center of this banana? You know what I like about watching these games too is the sign in the background says Strauss all the time. You think I should pull a banger, huh? It's not a bad idea. I guess I should pull a banger for every goal, at least. So I'll pull three now for the existing goals. Italy threatening again. Here they come. They've got control of the ball in the Albanian end of the field, and they are looking not unlike the Spaniards in terms of their dangerousness. Although I would point out that the Spaniards were playing a much better team in the Croatians than the Italians are playing in the Albanians. Non-Americans are currently saying, why does this guy sound so knowledgeable about international soccer? Because I'm actually quite a soccer fan, really. I've been watching it for years, you know. Albanian women are cray cray. Well, I tell you this much, don't make fun of the Albanian's hat. I did that in a video one time. It my most disliked video ever by far. It had hundreds and hundreds of dislikes. I know games music. I know. I don't like it either. They're a bunch of fall down fannies, is what they are. If you just even whisper near an Italian, they'll fall down and grab their leg and scream in agony. I'm not going to drink the bong water or tank's on full wet. That's a silly suggestion. The Italians take the corner kick, get it down in the middle where they have a guy, but it doesn't quite work out for them. Now it looks like the Albanians are going to have a breakaway, and they do, sort of. They do, and he's fouled. The ref's going to have to yellow card that, and he's pulling it out of his pocket. Yep, that's a yellow card. That is definitely an earned yellow card. The Italian just pulled him down to prevent him from a breakaway goal opportunity. Shameful play by the Italians. Shameful play. It's my fave, Molly. How's it going, Molly? Wonderful to see you here today. We're watching the soccer game that is pitting the Albanians against the Italians right now. The Albanians are trailing by a goal. Score is 2-1. And we are talking about early in the game, 20 minutes in. So there's been a lot of action already in this game, which is nice. They're showing the schedule for tomorrow. The early game at 5 a.m. my time is Poland versus Netherlands, then Slovenia versus Denmark, then Serbia versus England. It's going to be a fun day of soccer tomorrow. Scientists may have uncovered the oldest evidence of a meteor hitting Earth ever. And it's your butthole? Show media, I am shocked to learn this news. Did everybody hear that? Show media's butthole is the oldest meteor crater on Earth. Why can't you post it? You're a moderator. Oh, I did. I was watching from the very beginning, Clay, Evo. I did not miss it. I was watching from the very beginning. I'm sorry to hear that, show media. That makes sense. Well, maybe you can find it mirrored on some other site. Oh, booty hole is the correct terminology. My bad. I didn't mean to be crass. The link is too long, doesn't fit. That's what she said when trying to post the same article to the chat. Okay, so we're watching soccer and enjoying it. Love this kind of soccer tournament format. I love the bunch of games in short order. Like fact that tomorrow there's 3 games, a couple of which will have been played before I even get up. That's fun. I love that aspect of these things. It's super intense because it's like the tournament that matters most. Like club play doesn't matter as much in soccer as national play. As opposed to say like baseball, where it doesn't really matter if America wins the World Baseball Classic or Japan wins it, because we don't really have our best people there anyway. I got my soccer jorts on. Well, I had to make these into shorts because the hole in the leg became so big that they were just unwearable as pants. Fortunately, now it's summertime, so I can wear shorts, it'd be appropriate. Not even halftime. Looks like Albania doesn't stand a chance. Well, it's still a 1-goal game. You know, as long as it's a 1-goal game, there's a chance. Albania can always score another fluke goal. Like the first goal they scored was just like ridiculous. I don't know what Italy was thinking. They threw the ball into their own defender in their own zone. It was a bad like throw in and went right past him, right to the Albanian guy, who just dribbled right up and kicked it into the goal. It was crazy. It happened in the first like 27 seconds or something. I just started watching. I barely got my like. So we're watching a soccer game thing going, and it was just bam, goal, warm up feed. Is this the warm up feed? Well, Albania is valiantly defending their end of the field. Now they've got the ball for a rare second here. They're mostly it's been Italian possession the whole time, but at the moment Albania does possess the ball at the midfield. They're trying to penetrate into the Italian end of the field a little bit better. They've got pretty good spacing. Mostly I've had the chat window on the right side of the screen because it's been almost always in the Albanian end of the field. But now Albania's got it sort of moving generally towards Italy's goal. They're kind of stalling out here in the midfield looking for a way in. They've penetrated down into the corner, but he's been dispossessed now of the ball by two Italian defenders. And once they've reclaimed it, bam, they've got full possession again. Albania back on their back heels, running backwards, trying to regroup for defense as Italy looks dangerous moving upfield, much more dangerous than Albania did. However, Italy's now retreated to the midfield as well, regrouped a bit, figuring how they're going to penetrate into the box. They've got some room here on the right side. Pretty nifty with their short passes in traffic. But, Albania, like I said, desperate to keep it a 1-goal game. He's got everybody back and a 6-man back line that's pretty stout. Right at the top of the box. No, it's five-man back line. My bad. Yeah, it actually is kind of a 6-man back line. Oh, horrible. The Albanian defender tried to close on one Italian guy and just got his ankles broken. But Albania keeping its shape as best they can. Hi, Cindy Prem. Oh, can I comment on the game in different ways? I could, and maybe I should try to do that. I wish that I were on Adderall to do that. That would be a fun task to do. If I were gonna commentate it like the commentators I'm familiar with on TV, I'd have to do a British kind of commentary. Like Italians seem firmly in control of the pitch here this afternoon, forcing their way into the Albanian defense again. I'd have to know the names of everybody. It would be too hard to. It's too hard to imitate it without knowing the names of these people. And I don't know soccer well enough to do that kind of commentary. But you've got a good soccer game on your hands already if it's 2-1 in the first 30 minutes. And welcome, Ike OGM OGamian. Sounds more Aussie than Liverpool, huh? I'm not on enough amphetamines for that, Carlos. You'll have to catch me on a day after Tuesday or Tuesday or later. Then I'll be able to do that stuff. But right now, I'm just chilling watching a game. I don't feel like performing very much. Anyway, Italy is definitely looking like the better squad. It's just the whole game is spent down here in the Albanian end of the field. Albania just desperately heads it out, trying to clear the ball, but ends up with an Italian throw in. Oh, Albania totally just grabbing the guy's leg. The attempted bicycle kick by Italy just missed there. Another Italian throw in? No. This time, it looks like Albania will have the ball. So, goalkeeper number 23 for Albania kicks the ball to the midfield area. And in fact, for a moment, Albania wins possession, but then right back to the Italians. Albania cannot maintain possession of this soccer ball for more than about 5 seconds. And I would like to remind everybody of my important point that I made earlier. The reason we know it's called soccer is because if it's not called soccer, what kind of ball are they kicking? Mm-hmm. The answer is a soccer ball. That's why it's called soccer. Excellent point, Eric. And everyone applauds. Finally, the argument has been won. The Italians are just playing kick it back and forth to each other in the midfield here right now. They're saying, hey, we won this tournament last time. Maybe we're going to win it again this time. So far, they look not as good as Spain and not as good as Germany, in my opinion. Although, probably Germany and Italy are playing the same level of opponent. Scotland looked a little better than Albania, frankly. Oh, Albania looks pretty bad. Croatia is the best of these opponents that these teams have played. So that's why I'm saying Spain is the best team I've seen so far. Oh, yeah. Fakey fakes a lot. Oh, my leg hurt. I'm from Italy. Somebody touched me with the finger. My leg are broken. You gotta come and spray some magic spray on me. What are you doing, Italy? You big fakers. Oh, and then he goes down. Oh my God, what a big faker. He takes the shot. The goalkeeper saves it miraculously. And then he goes down after everything happens, pretending as though he's hurt, trying to draw a foul after the fact, after he's done with everything. It's ridiculous. It's like this one this one thing I saw one time. It was like a report on this chain of massage places that were accused of having massage guys like basically fingering the clients. And they interviewed this one woman, and she's like, and then he reached down there, and you know, then when I was done, he stopped and I felt so violated. It's like, wait a second. Are you sure you were so violated there? This is a strange story. So your massage person you expected a regular massage from reached down there, and then once you were done, he stopped and you felt so violated. Wait a second. That's exactly what happened with the Italians right there. The guy was on offense. He ran down there. He got the ball. He shot a goal successfully. It was blocked by the goalkeeper away from the goal. And then he tried to get the rebound, was able to get the rebound. And then he fell down onto the ground and was like, oh. Ridiculous. The score is still 2-1 Italy. Okay. So I didn't know what to make of that story. I heard that one time. I was like, wait a second, lady. Italy kicking the ball around, kicking it this way and that. Here you go, number 5. Here, you have it now. Guy on the right side, number 2. I'll take it to number 8 here in the middle. Back to you, number 2. Back to you. And now you, number 8. Now back to you, number 2. Now my turn, says number 7. All right, back up here to number 8. They're just kicking it around the midfield. Finally, over here on the other side, number 23 has a chance. Bastoni. He's got one of the goals in the game. The Italians looking for a way to get closer to the Albanian goal, but currently struggling to find such a path, stifled by the very defensive Albanian formation, I guess, featuring nobody in the attacking position, everybody back. And still, the Italians almost get another goal. The Albanians are just like, we don't know what we're doing here. I wish we had just stayed home. But they're still only down by a goal. Hi, Barat Cesar. I'm fine. I'm currently watching the Albanians battle it out with the Italians. The Italians have a 2-1 lead. And they're threatening again. Get a shot on goal. It's blocked by the Albanian goalkeeper out of bounds. Will I watch Euro 2024, Eric? That's what I'm watching, yes. I've watched several of the games already. I'm a big fan of international soccer tournaments, like the World Cup or Euro. Not so much like your South America version of that. Currently, Italy taking a corner kick. Pow! Goes the corner kick. And then the Albanians get, oh no, Italians get it back. I can see why the Albanians are so sensitive about their hat if they get so much shit from. Are you from Europe somewhere, Doctor? Who, what, when, where, why, how, if, whether? All right, Barat, I will be rooting for Turkey, given that you specifically have asked me to. I will definitely be rooting for Turkey. Now I have a reason to root for Turkey. I generally root for the underdogs. I'm assuming Turkey is the underdog, uh, or is going to be in most of their matches, right? Like I'm definitely rooting for Turkey to now to make it out of the group stage at least. That'd be wonderful. I think we can safely assume that Albania is going to struggle to make it out of the group stage. Tomorrow, England's first game. That'll be exciting. That's the late game tomorrow, which means it'll start around noon, probably, my time. The first one starts at 5 in the morning, my time, tomorrow. Oh. You're just having random, playful American anti-Albanian sentiment. Are you sure they're poorer than Greece? I think you're supposed to make fun of Greece instead. Oh, wow. So I guess the cream of the Turkish crop can compete with the best of them, huh? Well, let's go Turkey. The Fighting Turks. The Turks are most well known for inventing the scimitar, a curved sword often featured in Arabian kind of stuff. Little known facts about Turkey. Here's a little known fact about Turkey. Istanbul was never Constantinople. It's just all a big lie. All right, let's see what's going on. It's still 2-1. Albania actually in possession of the ball in the Italian end of the field. Takes a shot over the top of the goal. Not a bad opportunity for Albania. Not a bad opportunity for Albania. Oh, well, if you've played, I need to support Germany since that's the land of my ancestors. I don't root for Germany. I'd say I find myself rooting for England because, like, England really, really wants it so badly. It's like they keep saying, like, this is our game. Why does everybody keep beating us at it? Hmm, there you go. Barat says England or France is going to win it. My current pick having seen the teams I've seen so far, which does not include England, does not include a variety of teams, my current pick is Spain. The Turks used to be Albania's overlord. Well, I mean, the Ottoman Turkish Empire was an empire after all. Carlos is picking Portugal. I will pick my winner after I've seen every game of the first round. Every team play one game. I mean, after I've seen every team pick one game, I will pick the winner. But my current pick from the teams I've seen is Spain. Because, Croatia is the best of the teams that have been played by Spain, Italy, and Germany. You've got your money on Luxembourg, huh? That's a bold choice. Are they even playing in the tournament? Italy running down the field, kicking it to the side, kicking it to the middle, heading it towards the goal, but they miss. Why do people choose cry over life? Why do they choose crack over life? I mean, I don't know. Do they? I don't think they're willfully making that choice when they start smoking crack, probably. They don't say. It's not a red pill, blue pill thing for them. Italians in bonus time here, stoppage time as they call it, um, are trying to get another goal, but the Albanians are saying, no, it's our turn to get a goal. The Italians, with possession in their own end, trying to advance up the field. They've got about a minute and a half, minute left, maybe. So, not much time. They've had to kick it back into their own end. It looks like they may be content to just go into halftime with a 1-goal lead. They're just kind of killing time here in the midfield, waiting for the clock to expire. Yeah, Rachel watches sports with me more than she watches other things with me. Wait, no, Italy is marching down the field here trying to get one last shot at goal, I guess. But that's not going to happen. The whistles have blown. This creatine is making my arms so massive. Yeah, Albania. It was crazy to watch. I was watching right from the very very beginning. So I had the good fortune of seeing it happen live. It was crazy. The Italian guy just like threw it in towards his own goal, right? Towards his his teammate, but it just like went right past him, right to the Albanian guy who just dribbled right up to the goal and shot it in. It was crazy. I don't think anybody would have seen that coming. Hi, Materazzi Sound. Hello, everyone from Serbia. Hello, everyone from America. Yeah, I know it's getting around nap time, but not until after the second half of this game. It's currently halftime, so it's got to be an important match since Italy and Albania had a lot of beef during and before World War II when Mussolini invaded Albania. I did not know that. I did not know that. So good for me learning something today. For the the record, I have never invaded Albania and don't plan on it. Let's eat a little food. What say? I think I'll have one of these massive red potatoes. Bien, 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 bien. Bien, 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 bien. Bien, 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 bien. Dream a little dream of me. Okay, so I've chopped a lot of chops into this potato. That will help it to cook. Just I'll give it a little rinse-a-roo. Put it in here. I'm even going to put a little bit of water in the bottom of this. It'll boil away, of course, but help to moisten. It'll be a moistening agent. I'm going to put that one big potato in there. No, Eric, not for 1 minute. For 10 minutes. I'm just going to put more water on that plant that's so hard to water. And put it on dribble for a bit. I want to go into town, get some dirt. I also need to go to the other house today, get the trash can, bring it back here for trash day this upcoming Monday. We're like all out of trash can room. What are you looking at? Do I like Black Sabbath? I don't dislike Black Sabbath. I mean, I like a couple of their songs. What am I looking at? I'm just looking at this. Get watered. Turn off the water now. It's a difficult plant to water because it's a devil plant and the clay is very soilish. And the soil is very clayish, so it seems to need to be watered like multiple times a day, which is kind of frustrating. Dry seasons are coming. Boom, 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 boom. That's not keratin. That's close, but you got that a little bit wrong. Okay. It's not the refrigerator you're hearing, that's the microwave. Because I am cooking a potato in the microwave. So we're going to persist in this stream until the end of the second half. We'll see if Italy holds on to its victory, extends its lead, or if somehow Albania shocks the world, comes back with an additional goal to tie it up. Or even potentially two to shock the world even more by winning the game. That lady's being covered by Turkey. Is 5'10" short? No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't even think about it because I'm 6'5", right? The only time I think about height at all is when someone's taller than me. Like, I was with Rachel for at least 2 full years before one day she asked me, "Do you know how tall I am?" And I said, "No." She said, "I'm 5'2". I said, "Oh, I don't notice." Love from Eugene, Oregon. Love from Mariposa, California, home of Yosemite National Park. The place with the rock climbing, not the place with the geysers. I like to say that because people get Yellowstone and Yosemite confused. They sound kind of similar, you know. They both start with Y. They go, well, one's 3 syllables, one's 4 syllables. So, in preparation, um, Doherty Plastic's taller than me at 199 centimeters. I don't remember what my centimeters is exactly. Uh, I am happily married, sweet legal, to my 39-year-old wife. Even though I'm 53, she's 39. Well, some people say, "Eric, you scoundrel." I say, "No. Wonderful job, Eric." Everybody thinks my wife is younger a lot than she is, but she's 39. 4'11" is not a midget. Somebody was saying, who was it saying earlier? Was it William? William was saying earlier, thank you, Carlos Paiva, that he hopes to see quote unquote Blinker Boy today. I think he was referring to you. Tomorrow, Serbia versus England at noon my time. 5 a.m. my time, Poland versus Netherlands. I'm picking Netherlands, Denmark, and tough call, Serbia, England. Serbia is a upset pick in that game, but I'm going to go England. Daryl Parker, that may very well be true. It doesn't mean you need to share it with us. Well, I think of those three games, the one that's going to be most subject to an upset is Serbia over England. I could see that upset happening. I don't think Poland's got a chance, and I don't really think that Denmark's going to lose either. But I think England might be subject to getting upset. They tend to be a little subject. Knick-knack, paddywhack. Okay? They're the only kind of knick-knack I play. The paddywhack kind. Thanks, big dog. Tomorrow is Father's Day. I am a father. I have a daughter. She's a wonderful lady. And I've decided to give up playing knick-knack, paddywhack. Well, good for you, Daryl Parker. Again, even if true, not necessarily what you need to inform us. I'm fluidly transracial, Doherty. Fluidly transracial. Sometimes my wife's vape isn't even here. Oh, it is here. Sometimes I'm white, sometimes I'm black, sometimes I'm brown, sometimes I'm red, sometimes I'm yellow, etc. Let's do it. Let's blank it up. Let's blank it blank. I couldn't make it blank. Just couldn't do it. Could not do it. It's just to make you mad, Jess Colonel. I've always had mods, but that was always the reason for it. I even knew you. That was why. Well, the Italians certainly look like the better squad here. At the start of the second half, they have a 2-1 lead. They just kicked off the second half, 27 seconds into the second half. Italy hoping to avoid a better start to the second half than they had in the first half, in which they gave up a goal in like 30 seconds. Right now, Albania advancing into the Italian end of the field, looking pretty spry to start this half. Well, today is, as the title says, it's the European Championship. I'm watching the Italians and the Albanians play soccer. The Albanians currently have possession of the ball, and they're down by just one goal, 2-1. But basically, Italy looked like the much better team. Hot, hot, hot. So we're making a potato. See? Let's show you more about the potato making process. All right? So that you can learn the ways of potatoes. Of course, it's always dangerous to walk away when watching soccer. But on the other hand, if they don't score a goal when you're watching soccer, you don't really feel like you missed anything. This needs another bit of time. It's not quite done yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a butter on top of it, put it in for another minute and a half. This butter will go right here. Now we'll put it in for another minute and a half. And this is how you make the potato in the traditional Italian way. Sean is not a bot. Okay? Delilah is cool. Potato left the chat. See you later, Potato. Just because Sean owns no potatoes doesn't mean he's a bot. Jason L., maybe you're a fake potato. Maybe the realest potatoes are fake potatoes. Maybe it's all just a simulation. Google.com/IRL Sonic. I do know what. I know what, and I know where, and I know when, and I know why. Those are things I know. You own YouTube.com. Wow. Good for you. Thanks for providing this wonderful platform for my enjoyment. I know that's not why you provide it per se, but I appreciate it nevertheless. The only thing important is that it's going to be tasty. You're right about that. All right, let's take a gander at these so-called fake potatoes. We'll see if they're done yet. Give it a little chop. Let's see if it's done yet. No, it needs another minute. Let's not lie to ourselves. There's no point in lying to ourselves. So those of you who are encouraging me to lie to myself, let's just not do that. Let's just not. I don't know why this red potato seems to take longer to cook than brown potatoes, but they do. Okay, so get some more butter out. Cut about butter. And we'll put this butter on here. We'll put this in for a minute and a half. Kitty wants out. Kitty wants out. She wants. She sees her brother, I guess. She changed her mind. She played rapid backup kitty. Let's put these butters back. Let's throw this empty box away. Let's go check on the soccer game. Still 2-1, so I haven't missed anything. Doherty Vlasic, I'm sorry to hear that. Thaddeus Moonin, just quit betting. I've lost way too much cash. Yeah, well, most people who do lose money when gambling. Alcohol is a problem for a lot of people. I'm sorry to hear that you are an alcoholic, especially if it's not something you enjoy. I agree that soccer is not football, but it doesn't mean it's not a real sport. It is a real sport. It's a very exciting sport when you're watching international tournament soccer. Sis, can you explain to me why my thing is burning? I did it with a girl. I didn't have no Jimmy. I'm not feeling too well. I can't even sleep at night. Do you know what's wrong with me, sister? Nope. What's wrong with you is that instead of talking to a doctor, you're asking me. Also, I'm not your sister. Maybe once long ago we were sisters. But ever since that time, you're not family to me anymore. Okay. Let's check on the progress of our potatoes, as they're called. Now those are some done potatoes. All right, good job, Eric, with the successful completion of your potato cooking. Well accomplished activity, well done. Need to mush this butter around here some. Doing a great job of that, I'm going to say. Good. Oops, pushed a little bit of potatoes on the floor. We have to clean that up. Okay, these things happen. Accidents happen, Mr. Guy. Accidents happen, little mister. So don't get too mad at yourself. Get that part off, because that part's gross. Okay. Now, there. Next, we're going to put a bit of the old salsa-roux on, okay? By a bit, I mean a lot. By a lot, I mean a lot. Because we're talking about potatoes here, okay? We're not talking about the game. All right? We're talking about potatoes. Okay, now, we're still an ingredient shy. Could be 2 ingredients shy, depending on how we want to play this. Play a little Mexican cheese. I'm not even sure that thing that I thought was a problem at the time was. Couldn't think of it in my imagination. Just my imagination. Alright, now the last ingredient. A little something we call ketchup. I'm going to give a nice, generous portion of chuck. Now we should be good to go. Alright. These are potatoes that are really worth eating, worth writing home about, as they say. Worth writing the autobiography of these potatoes to tell their story. These potatoes did not die in vain. Here's a secret hint. Just a whisper of garlic powder to zazz it up a bit. All right, here we go. We got some delicious potatoes. The will and the way to eat them. It's still 2-1. That's the nice thing about soccer. If you don't miss a goal, you didn't miss anything. Thank you, Dr. Hula Ware. Appreciate it. Jason L., I'm timing you out for being repetitive, for needlessly abusing Sean. I'm removing that one comment anyway. You stop the yap. Dion Pryor knows. All right. Well, good luck to you, Doherty. All the best. I wish you well in all of your endeavors. I wish you happiness in whatever choices you make. So Albania, hanging tight, still within a goal of the Italians. That's a very good potato. Jordy, you got nothing to apologize for to me. You're A-okay. But, obviously, take care of yourself. Try to love yourself, care for yourself, like yourself, all those good things. Oh, that was a close one. Albania down 2-1. Yes, you can. Assuming both channels are allowed to live stream. There's a feature called Go Live Together. Thanks, Jordy Plastic. Wonderful of you. I appreciate it. Heart. A celebration 100. Euros are some of my favorite kinds of monies. I put this in for so much time. I can't believe there's some pieces of it that still aren't quite as cooked as I'd want it to be. Well, thank you, Doherty. That's very kind of you. I feel you. I feel the message and appreciate it. And social media is sometimes not super gentle on the creator, so it's nice to be affirmed. The algorithm giveth and taketh away for reasons one never understands. You know, so it's kind of important for me to remember and nice to be reminded that really I'm most purposeful when I'm specifically and meaningfully impactful to other specific individual people. Uh-oh. Italy intercepts that pass. It's threatening, but thank you. Very, very nice of you. Appreciate it. Well, Kenya says I'm not audible. I do know that it is the case that my streams tend to be on the quiet side. I've heard this from people before. I've noticed it myself when I'm listening while driving. I can't necessarily hear what I'm saying, but as far as I can tell, the mic is working. You can hear what is being said. Potatoes. Listen that. I'm eating potatoes, sometimes called nature's fruit. I I sort of know the feeling, except not really. I used to be unable to keep extra bottles or anything lying around. So nowadays, of course, that I don't drink, I've got a bunch of alcohol in the house because I don't drink. So it never goes anywhere. Yes, potatoes are called nature's fruit. Ah, no, fruit are known as nature's potatoes. Now does it make sense? Yes, now it makes sense. Well, Italy is going to have a set piece here coming up, corner kick. Di Lorenzo is saying, hey, maybe you should kick it to me. And then he's saying, yeah, maybe not. Number 10, number 3, DeMarco, and number 10, they're having a conversation over there. Number 3 kicks it to number 10, who puts the ball in. It's headed very successfully by the Albanian defender over the goal, preventing it from going into the goal. Otherwise, it was going to be a goal by number 2, but number 4 of the Albanians headed it away. No. Bananas are considered meat, Sean. They're a hybrid of meat and fish. Trust me, I'm an expert on these things. When I was in elementary school, I was voted most expert about the food pyramid and the four food groups. Which, well, it's been replaced by newer things. All the newer things are worse. Meat and fish, yes. Bananas are classified by my classification system as half meat, half fish. Well, Aiden, I mean, you are jumping ship way too early here. This is a one goal game. Albania has just put in their super sub, number 14, Mr. Lacey. Here he comes. Oh, look, they're wearing those hats that I made fun of. That all of Albania got mad at me for making fun of those hats. Okay. So, look, one day, I got to show you this. One day, I was watching this boxing match, okay? And it featured this boxer named Florian Marcoux. And he totally won the fight, but he got robbed by the judges. Anyway, afterwards, in his speech making, he put on this hat. And I was like, what the hell's up with this weird penis hat, you know? Is it like meant to make your head look like a penis? Well, I didn't know it was some special Albanian secret hat or something because the whole country of Albania disliked my video. It got more thumbs down than any and more like negative comments than any video I've ever put up. Except maybe my Taiwan video. All right. Back live, real time, with the Albanians and the Italians in the house. Okay, let's not get all mad about it, okay? Well, I didn't know when I saw that guy wearing that hat that it was some Albanian traditional costume, right? I just thought, this is a ridiculous hat. Why would this guy choose to wear this hat that makes his head that look extra like a penis, you know? Well, obviously, I offended all of Albania when I asked that question, and they were all very mad at me. So I'm sorry, Albania. I'm sorry for making fun of your hat. I just want to formally apologize right now for making fun of your hat. Poland's going to play tomorrow. Who will win the soccer game between Albania and Italy? We've been watching it all game. It's currently in the 71st minute or 72nd minute. Is it like centuries? Do they do it like that? Anyway, it's 71 minutes and 18 seconds. So, Does it say, Eric, you won't believe what I ate today? Was it artichoke and spinach dip? These are nicotine vapes. I mean to do it off camera, but you know. I'm gonna guess, Lipo, that it was artichoke and spinach dip. I guessed right. Oh my god. Chanel, that was my second guess. That was my second guess. Uh, Psychic. I am psychic. Pia, 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 pia. You know, supposedly, uh, Lightbow, you are supposed to like pickles right now. Pickles and ice cream. Those are the stereotypical things for a lady who's gravid with child. They're supposed to eat pickles and olives. Yeah. Who is the rude boy? I do like fishing, Jordy Vlasic. I do. Um, but I like fishing more kind of than I like catching. Well, I know this. Maybe Serbia is like this too. When I went to Russia, a chaser that they'd have for alcohol was pickles. Pickled meow, pickled meow, pickled meow. Have I tried pickled garlic? Sure. I've made my own pickles before and included garlic in the pickling juice. I know. Aiden, I watched. Oh, come on. That is not a yellow card. You have got to be kidding me. Hoo ha. You shouldn't even feel sorry about yourself. Jason Al, shush. Anyway, it was a shocking start to the game. Thank you, Carlos Paeva. It was a shocking start to the game. Alcohol, pickles, and bacon. we have a we have an organization like that in America called Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. But in Serbia, it's called Alcohol, Pickles, and Bacon. I know Serbia is not Siberia. I know Serbia is different than Russia. Okay. I get it. But I think of them as both part of broadly Eastern European traditions. So I was thinking maybe in Serbia as well, they have a pickle eating as a chaser to alcohol. I did not think that Serbia was Siberia. I know they're different countries, but I think of Serbia and Russia as being more like Eastern Europe than Western Europe. Jason L, what? Why do you have to be like 13 years old? Okay. Can you just be regular? Salim says, I forced my opinion, bro. All right, well, force it on me then. Force it hard. Force your opinion hard on me. I know Goblin won 5-1 yesterday, but I still don't think that they are the favorites in this tournament. And the reason is because I don't think Scotland is as good an opponent as Croatia. I'm more impressed with Spain's victory. Mm. All right, that's fine, Salim. You do you. You do you. No, that's not racist. That's just fashionable. What's ALR mean? Boom. Jason got timed out. I want the aesthetics of my horses to look a certain way. That's just having this clear aesthetic vision. That's all. I am a fan of international soccer tournaments, including the World Cup, some World Cup qualifying events, this tournament, the European Championships. I think it's funny that they don't let them use sponsored stadium names. Like they just call it the Munich. They call it the Munich football stadium. What they mean is Munich soccer stadium. You know. And it doesn't really seem like they've got a lot of advertising on their jerseys or anything either. I wonder why they're so fussy about that. Can I say she sells seashells by the seashore? Sure. Hello, good morning. How do you do? Rosanna TV Vlog 77. Dr. Razul says, "Hey Jackson, hot Jackson. I'm not Jackson. That's called late stage capitalism." Hmm. You're watching from the Philippines, huh? Or do you prefer it be pronounced the Philippines? Albania was about to score. Well, they've got possession of the ball now. They're kicking it around midfield. They're looking, I'd say, a little more spry here in the second half. Oh, so close. Am I a little behind you in time? Is that what's happening? Looks like I was about 15 seconds behind real time. So I've caught up now to real time, hopefully. The Italians with the ball, kicking it back and forth. They don't look to be particularly satisfied with the existing score line. They're not just laying time, killing time, waiting for the clock to expire. They're still trying to score, which actually serves Albania's purpose well. Presumably, Albania might be able to launch some sort of counterattack as long as Italy keeps bringing people forward like this. It makes for a more entertaining end game, obviously, than if Italy were to try to just lock it down, play entirely defensive soccer. The Italians passing it back and forth, looking for a way in. Albania running out of time, less than 10 minutes left. They're going to need to do something dramatic here, but they also don't want to give up another goal. I'm sure, as in the World Cup, that goal differential slash, you know, other things are critical and tiebreakers, so they want to. They don't want this. They don't want to give up any more goals than this, obviously. Subbing now. Out goes Skamaka. In comes DeMarco. And then out goes DeMarco. I guess that's a different DeMarco. Then in comes Mia. Di Lorenzo now throws the ball in. And the Italians are underway. With 82 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, it doesn't seem as though there's been a whole lot of stoppage here in the second half. Probably won't be a ton of stoppage time added. The Italians threatening again. The Albanians, you're looking for that one shot, that one sight of light at the end of a path toward victory. That one green arrow showing them the way to safety, the way to a draw. The Italians center the ball very effectively, but it does end up on the head of an Albanian. The Italians feel like there's another goal just right outside their reach, just right at the tips of their fingers, but they can't quite get to it. Rock and roll, Doherty Vlasic. Well, remember, Jason, she is very gravid with child. So maybe you should be a little bit more polite to her. You thought about that? The Italians complaining. What? Why are you not to give him the yellow card for the pushing me? But he's not getting to get heard by the referee. The ref's gonna be like, "Cause you ain't getting shit, bro." Sean L., great question. Is Light Bow's last name Section? Light Bow Section. Good question. Oh, good job, Albania. Get it. Get it. It's time for you to charge the way and show the way to get in the draw. Make this poll totally wrong because it would be a draw. That probably will do well, Isaiah Rude. People like that, especially if you make it short and sweet. George Vlasic. Hmm. George Vlasic, huh? George Vlasic is a fine name, but I kind of like Doherty Vlasic. Doherty Vlasic really rolls off the tongue. George Vlasic just sounds like a regular guy. Lightbow is pregnant, yes. She's about to have her first child. Makes her crave strange things like artichoke and spinach dip and watching Talking with Famous People. Oh, right there it is, right from the beginning of the game. They showed the goal from the very first seconds of the game right there. All right, so now the Italians are throwing the ball in, 86:33 on the clock. So there's not a lot of time left. Even if you were to imagine a generous allotment of stoppage time, You're looking at under 10 minutes to go, probably, of actual gameplay. The Albanians in possession of the ball, now trying to make something happen. Who do I want to win the cup? Well, I guess I would say I'm rooting for England. And the reason I'm rooting for England is because they seem to want it so bad, right? They want the World Cup so bad. They want to be good at soccer so badly. And they're always kind of the bridesmaid, never the bride. So I feel like I'd like England to win. Well, Germany's always a powerhouse. They look good against Scotland, obviously, but I think Spain looks better. If you're asking me who's my favorite, right? Like who am I gonna put my money on? Right now it's Spain. But I need to see the rest of the teams play. Lightbow, I like your attitude. Lightbow doesn't want anyone to win. They want participation trophies for everyone. Brown Pride Texas Ranger. Oh, well, you know what you should have done instead? Is reported it to my local law enforcement agency. It doesn't do any good to report it to your local law enforcement agency. Oh, good job, Albania. Way to get the steal. With just a few minutes left on the clock, we will see what happens here. Albania trying to make it pay. They've got possession. They've got a chance. They've got a couple of minutes. They're running around saying, okay, come on, guys, let's do it. Let's get the tying goal. Kick, kick, kick. Here we go. Just like the Rockettes. Make it so. That's their cheer that they're doing. We've got the hats that look like dicks. Look at a penis. That's it, kid. I'm rooting for you, Albania. I am rooting for you. Let's go. The Albanian goalkeeper kicks it out to one of his players on the right hand side here. He's dribbling. He's kicked the ball to his teammate, who's kicked it to another teammate. Albania retaining possession for longer than they have in quite some time. And he kicks it upfield. What a great pass. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Just past the face of goal. Oh my God. Oh, wow. I thought for sure Albania was going to score there. Wow. That should be a corner kick for Albania. That's a great save by the Italian goalkeeper, frankly. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. What exciting excitement. Oh, the Albanians cannot believe it. It was so close. If anybody had been had been following, why is it a goal kick? That should have been a corner kick. What the hell? That's cheater time. That's pure cheater time. What's going on here? That should have been a corner kick. It went off. It went off the Albanian. It went off the Italian goalkeeper. What the hell? That's total cheater time. And now Italy's cheating by just holding the ball. Oh, those cheaters. Oh my God. Those cheaters. Are they fixing the problem? Are they going back and fixing the problem or what? Oh, good job, Albania. But the goalkeeper made a good play, but it went right off of him. So it definitely should be Albania corner kick. Now they're doing a sub. Italy's just like, okay, time for us to just waste as much time as possible now. I don't think Albania is going to win anymore either, Jess Colonel. Oh my God, these cheaty Italians and their cheatery ways. They better like start that 4 minutes at 92. They better let us go to at least 96, 96:30 maybe, or else just letting the Italians cheat away time that they should have no business cheating away. Yeah, that was a foul. That was a foul. Oh, now of course Florentino cannot stand up. Oh, that was not even a foul. Oh my God, you cheats. God, they're the cheatiest cheaters in all of Cheat Town. Get out of here, Italy, and your cheaty ways. That's what I have to say to Italy is get out of here, Italy, you and your cheaty ways. Alex, all right, it is not me. It's from Brazzers. I agree. My pick right now is Spain, although I haven't seen all the teams. I want to see all the teams play one time before I make my pick. Okay. I don't regret my pick in the Women's World Cup of Japan, but I should have picked Spain. I think the most impressive performance so far was not Germany over Scotland, but rather Spain over Croatia. I think that's the most impressive performance. Spain looked so technical, just like pow, pow, pow. All right, Albania, come on. They're gonna have you have a couple extra minutes here because they've already just wasted so much time. So just get it down there. Just get the ball down to the end of the field and shoot it into the goal. There you go. You're making good progress. Get it down there. Pow! Oh, oh, good pass. Oh my God. Good job. Oh no, bad shot. Oh, bad shot. I'm from Italy, but I live in Detroit. Well, I'm rooting for the Albanians because the only person I'm helping out of the washing machine is my wife, okay? Lightbo asked another great question. Why don't they just use their hands? Oh, game over. Italy squeaks out a close one. Jess Garland's not an Italy fan either. Well, they are known for being big cheaty cheaters. So there's that, you know. There. So now I put on a golfing contest. Well, I guess that's going to be it today for me in this live stream. It was a true soccer game watch party. It's what we did today. We watched soccer together and we enjoyed it. It was fun. I want to thank you all for being here. Remember, I'll get my Adderall on Tuesday, so you can expect to see an increase in productivity corresponding with the acquisition thereof. In the meantime, stay safe. Remember to both love and like yourself as much as you can, and be good to other people. Bye.